Found out about it, he'll send telepathic messages to the leader of their tribe called King Lamsa. He was basically telling him like, bro, keep your people in check, man. Why they robbing my people, bro? Causing a beef between both tribes. In order for both of them to make peace, they had to swap daughters to arrange a marriage on both sides. Princess Lucina was mad because she ain't want to marry outside her tribe, so she felt a little weird around these people. Because of the fact that they used to have beef, the Danako tribe would make fun of her cone-shaped head. They'll laugh at it. You know how we be laughing at it, you know what I'm saying? But now look, they'll laugh at her head, and she ain't like that shit, man. I don't see why they was laughing. Look at their head. The brother Yishak ain't like Ifyouask either, so what he'll do with King Lucina is they'll sneak to the surface and do the nasty. She eventually got pregnant, and that's why they stopped going underground. Their child was Yakub, the man himself, and he grew up around that Mecca area. Y'all already know the story of Yakub, but what y'all probably didn't know is that Ashtar Command went back in time and put that idea in Yakub's mind to graft them. This is the particular species that Yakub grafted, the Fugalords. There's about like 3 to 4 different type of species of Caucasian, and this just so happened to be one of them. And their descendants stay around in like the South area. That's why they be so crazy around here. I had to leave a lot of shit out because this story long as hell. So check out this video by Young Elder. He gave a good breakdown on it. And check out this one too. This is another detailed story of it.
Remember in the Bible when they told you that Moses led them out of Egypt, the Israelites? And we know who the Israelites is. The Israel or Israel, because a lot of people, black people and Latinos keep thinking we the Hebrew Israelites. We ain't no fucking Hebrew Israelites. You know why? Because Israel, where did he get his name? What was Israel's real name? His real name was Jacob. And then he wrestled with an angel and became Israel. Jacob represents Yakub. There were no Y's, so they put J's, right? I told y'all that Yakub's other name is Satan, Zeus, all right? I told y'all that they spliced the black and brown germ to create these human beings. In the Bible, they tell you about Jacob separating the flocks. Let's pull it up. Jacob separating the flocks in the story of Genesis. In the Genesis story. Okay? Let's look at what the flocks were. This is all symbolic of Yakub splicing their genetics on Nern. Okay? They put the story in Genesis and called him Jacob. They took the Y out of his name. Alright? Jacob set apart the young flock by themselves, but made the rest face the streaked and dark-colored animals that belonged to Laban. Thus he made separate flocks for himself and did not put them with Laban's animals. Jacob separated those lambs from Laban's flock. Okay? Now, hold on. How did Jacob separate the flock? He separated the dark from the white. That's how he separated the flocks. This is how Jacob separated the flocks. Okay? Now, so I showed y'all that real quick. We can continue. All right, so Jacob separated the flocks. Okay? So let me go back to what we was at about the winter solstice, and we talk about the 40th night, right? All right, so in the biblical part in Genesis, when they talk about Jacob separating the flocks, remember there were no J's back then. His real name was Yakub. That's only telling you the story about when I told y'all how Yakub, Satan, Zeus, same person, he spliced the cell. And by splicing the cells within our goddesses, he removed the mitochondria and discovered two germs, or black and the brown germ, and he spliced those germs and discovered by getting to the nucleus that there were 48 different variations of the shade black, 16 shades of black, 16 different shades of brown, and 16 different shades of yellow that exist inside the mitochondrial DNA, which is inside the nucleus and the membrane that's inside our cells. All right? This why they said Jacob separate the flocks. That's when Yakub was going through eugenics. They telling you the story in secrecy in the Bible. Now remember, Jacob then later wrestled with an angel. We are the angels. Remember that. So when Jacob wrestled with an angel, Jacob is Yakub. Yakub is Satan. That's the same story of when we whooped they motherfucking ass, nigga, for trying to create them. We whooped Jacob's ass. Let me talk in their code. We whooped Jacob's ass for trying to separate those flocks, nigga. Yes, we did. That's why they told you, and that great serpent Satan was cast out of heaven. And that's why they also told you in Jacob's story, in Jacob later, after separating the flocks, his ass went and wrestled with an angel, nigga. All right? So, when he wrestled with that angel, then he took on the name Israel. So the Israelites will be the children of Jacob. There are 12 tribes of Israel, right? There are 13 original bloodlines, right? It's really 12. Satan makes the original bloodline, 13. Okay? So the 12 tribes of Israel is symbolic of the 13 bloodlines, 12 plus 1. The 12 tribes plus Satan, the originator, who created them. All right? So you can't say you're a Hebrew Israelite because you're saying you're one of your human beings. Israel is Jacob. Remember that. He changed his name after wrestling with us.